Today what we're going to be talking about is the difference between eating 6 meals a day and 3 meals a day. So the traditional way of eating is to have your standard breakfast, lunch and dinner. But now we thought that in order to burn fat more efficiently, we've got to take those standard 3 meals a day, cut them in half and eat 6 smaller portions. Why? Because we assume that the more meals we eat, assuming of course the calorie intake is the same, the more meals we eat, the more calories our body needs to burn to digest multiple meals. Therefore, we assumed that eating multiple small meals a day increases the thermogenic effect, meaning the amount of calories our body burns to digest those meals now doubles. What we've learned recently is that is not the case. What we've learned recently is that your body's thermogenic effect is directly related to your calorie intake. So, whether you eat 5 or 6 small meals a day versus 3 meals a day, your thermogenic effect and your body's ability to digest those meals adapts. So if you're eating the same amount of calories, your body will burn the same amount of calories to digest those meals. So what I've done is I've switched back from having my standard 5 meals, 6 meals a day to eating 3 meals a day. My caloric intake is the same, my macronutrient intake is the same, and therefore my body's ability to increase muscle mass and decrease body fat has remained exactly the same. Now, to introduce something new and a little bit, well, it was skeptical for many months and many years, but now it has become a part of the bodybuilding and fat loss industry, is fasting, what we call intermittent fasting. Now what this simply means is that you don't eat and you simply fast for either a 24-hour period or 12 to 16 hours during the day. So let's talk about simply doing a 24-hour fast. What that means is either from breakfast to breakfast the next day or from dinner to dinner the next day, you simply don't eat. Now what this does is it gives your body an opportunity to cleanse itself out. It gives your body an opportunity to get rid of all the rubbish and detoxify itself. It also gives your body an opportunity to be in a calorie deficit so your body is burning a maximum quantity of fat. Do you lose muscularity? No. What happens is, as long as you're doing the resistance training, your bodies will maintain its muscularity. In fact, your body won't even think about eating into your muscle tissue until 48 hours, until 2 days of fasting. Which means that simply doing a 24-hour fast, you are not going to lose any muscularity. We used to think back in the day that simply by not eating macronutrient intake of protein and carbohydrates that your body will start to eat away your muscle tissue. What we've learned recently is that is not the case. So what a lot of my clients are currently doing is currently doing a 1-day 24-hour fast or a 15, 16 to 18-hour fast 1 day a week. During this time, your exercise routine stays the same, but you must make sure that your hydration levels are adequate, which means that you're drinking a lot of water. And in my client's case, a little trick that I do is just drink a lot of branched-chain amino acids. So drink a lot of BCAAs, and this is just going to help maintain your muscularity, prevent catabolism, etc. The other way of doing it is by doing a 15 to 16-hour fast, which means between the time you go to bed at night and you skip breakfast and you don't eat for the first half of the day. So 3/4 of your 24-hour period, you don't eat. This gives your body, again, the opportunity to burn maximum amount of calories and cleanse itself out. But what this means is throughout the second half of the day and just before you go to bed, you get to bulk your meals, eat all your macronutrient intake for your daily requirements, and so by the end of the day, as long as you're not in a calorie surplus, you're still going to be losing weight, but because you get your adequate amount of protein in for your daily intake, you're still going to be able to increase your muscularity. So this is a great way of doing it because unlike a 24-hour fast, you're still giving your body an opportunity to burn body fat and cleanse itself out, but now you're also giving your body all the macronutrients required to continue your growth process. So that's a quick rundown on intermittent fasting, and again, you can do this whether you do 15 to 18 hour day, or whether you do 24-hour fast. You can do it once a day for 1 day a week, every week, and keep it as part of your lifestyle. I did it for a long period of time as a little experiment on myself, because I heard a lot of great personal trainers and bodybuilders all around the world. I've read a massive amount of journals and research on these articles, and it has been clinically proven. So I tried to do it on myself, and it has worked amazing, and is now part of my everyday life and routine.